Hello, everyone. This is Jerry Cates here for another day of my sprint. I decided to go live for 90 days in a row. I'm doing a sprint with my goals. So every morning I look at my sprint document and figure out what I'm going to do that day. Actually, it's better if it's figured out the day before, and I hit the ground running. But I wanted to bring some value if I was going to be online so much. And what I'm doing is working through the identity matrix. I don't even know why I'm looking for the book because it's a binder. It's Identity Matrix. It's actually one of the products, or it's with one of the products I offer, the Essential Course for the Awakening Woman. It's a feminine power course. Anyway, the identity matrix, there are 21 false identities, and they are the things that hold us back. Things like the beliefs that, and I'm going to give you some examples, but we're starting to get deeper into it. But it's the beliefs that hold you back. I'm not enough. I'm not valuable. Um, let's see. I'm invisible. We've done I'm not enough. I'm invisible. I don't matter. Today we're doing I don't matter. So, keep my paper going here. So the number reason you feel overlooked and underappreciated. Okay, so if you're watching this live, look, I got water on me. Don't look at that. If you're watching this live, hashtag live, and if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Okay, put a heart in there or something so I know that you saw this. Okay. The beauty of this is me reviewing it with you. I learned it on a deeper level. And for you, it starts to open up your thinking on how you're showing up, right? And what might be in the way. Okay. So let's explore this profound limiting belief, I don't matter. And it's distinct from I'm not enough. We did I'm not enough before, which centers on feeling inadequate and constantly striving to prove oneself. And I don't matter is about feeling invisible and believing that your feelings, needs, and contributions are insignificant. So it's kind of the same, but it's a little bit different. Just a little nuance there. So what does that look like? Let's find, what are the main indicators? Let's see. Feeling neglected, chronic sense of being overlooked and underappreciated. Lack of assertion, rarely asserting your own needs and desires, right? Because I don't matter, right? I don't matter. Overgiving, continually giving to others without reciprocation because you don't matter, right? So let's see if we can find some more indicators. Feel compelled to give to others when they sense a need, unable to not give, even when it's at their own expense. So over giving, even at your own expense, giving your last dollar, something like that. These people, these indicators, an indicator would be that this person would be maybe shy or introverted, rarely asserts themselves, almost never asking for what they truly need and or desire. Boy, and we've been talking about that in the other false identities, about being able to identify what you need and ask for it and what you desire. So it's a common thread in this tapestry we're weaving. Feel that unless they reach out to others, the relationship will probably end. So it's all on you kind of thing. And then others often, this is how others show up. Skip over them and forget to include them. Don't even consider their feelings, needs, or desires. Haven't, because this person, I just want to make sure I get the right one. The I don't matter doesn't even consider their own feelings, needs, and desires. They're so focused on others. Others often punish and or reject them if and when they do express their needs and desires, because well, we kind of got them trained, right? To um, to not for us not to have needs and desires. We don't voice them when we're in this in this I don't matter false mindset. Let's see, what else can I tell you? They don't invest in relationship. This is others often don't invest in a relationship with them. They don't marry them, hire them as a full-time employee, train them properly, so they just don't invest in them. And then ways of being that generate the evidence that validate the identity. So these are ways of showing up that make it so. Speak about themselves in dismissive and diminishing ways, minimizing their accomplishments. Notice how you're talking to yourself or about yourself. Reject or dismiss their own feelings, needs, and desires, treating themselves as if they feel, as if what they feel and what they need doesn't really matter. Remember, we're on the I don't matter false identity. They would ways of showing or generating evidence they withhold their true feelings, needs, and desires from others. So then they don't get fulfilled and they don't matter. Okay. Consistently and brilliantly tends to the needs of others before attending to their own needs and desires, often skipping over themselves entirely. This is a common thing. This was in I'm Not Enough also. Overwork, ignoring their own well-being in the process. Overworkers. Overworkers. And then reject attempts for others to give to them because it's not exactly what they are wanting, assuming that if others really cared about them, the result would be the same level of thoughtfulness about their needs as they exhibit for others. So I'm expecting others to be thoughtful, but I don't express what my needs are. How can they read my mind? They can't read my mind. Let's see. Okay, let's switch this around, right? So now you know what it looks like. And then the limiting beliefs that come with this is my feelings, needs, desires, and dreams don't matter. If you're running around telling yourself that, it's holding you back. Others don't think what I want or need matters. If I don't matter, I don't think what I want and need matters, and that's the impression I give to others, right? The feelings and needs of others matter more than my own. So those are some ways of looking at things that are blocking your flow. Let's see, life, who I am and what I have to offer is inconsequential to the world. So that is the I don't matter mindset. Let's turn it around. Now let's turn it around. Power statements. Oh, I don't think I want to do the power statements next. I think I want to tell you how you do the transformation, and then we'll do a couple of power statements. So to overcome this belief and reclaim your sense of worth, you need to shift from valuing yourself based on external achievements to recognizing the intrinsic value of your feelings, desires, and needs. Here's how. Share your needs. Start by openly sharing your needs and feelings and expectations that they matter. So, or with expectation that they matter. So come from that place of it matters. Because if I'm sharing or from a place where I don't matter, I'm going to come up with a different vibration and I'm going to get a whole different response. So it's like your beingness is in this space of what I have to say, what I have to contribute. Actually, let me back that up. My feelings and needs matter. And then connect with yourself. We did this last night. This was in the, what did we do last night? I'm alone. I have to go back and look. There's so many. But it was about checking in with yourself and recognize and affirm your own feelings and desires. This builds a strong foundation of self-worth. So in this course I offer, it's a feminine power course. It's a 7-week course, and I offer it with my coaching. And that's where this stuff comes from. You get your own book when you join this course. But it it comes with tools to help you identify your feelings and needs, and tools to help you learn to express them. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful place to come from. So when you're connecting with yourself, you're building this strong foundation of self-worth. Okay, so the transformation comes from share your needs, connect with yourself, set your boundaries. There's one more after that. Set your boundaries. Learn to set appropriate limits and prioritize your well-being. It's really up to you. This involves saying no to the things that do not align with your happiness. Practice saying no in the mirror. No, that doesn't work for me. No, thank you, but that doesn't work for me. And then don't offer any more information. If you want some practice, give me a call. We'll give you a great opportunity to practice. All right, what else? Celebrate yourself. If I'm running around with this I don't matter, one of the ways to shift that is to celebrate the micro improvements. And I love one of my coaches says, celebrate the micro improvements, those little things, just like, yeah, I did that. I'm talking to myself all day long when I do something I've been a little resistant to, or even just that there's another thing on my list and I got it done. And I'm like, yeah, good for you, Jerry. You got that done. Good for you. Little celebrations like that, or turn on the music and really celebrate. But taking that time to like pat yourself on the back or high five yourself. There's a whole story behind high fiving. Um, Now let's talk. Okay, here's some deeper truth statements first. If it's here, I may not have it. Okay, maybe I only got one for this one. I am a loving, powerful presence in the planet, and I have significant and meaningful contributions to make. My life matters, and it is important. It is an important contribution to the well-being of the whole. My life matters. I'm a loving, powerful presence on the planet. My life matters. So what do you have to do? What are the gifts? Oh, I've got more power statements. My feelings, needs, and desires matter. They matter to me. I care about my needs and desires as much as I care about the needs and desires of others. So in this old I don't matter, we're caring for others more than ourselves. So this power statement brings you back to yourself. My well-being is my number one priority and matters deeply to me. You have to take charge of this. You have to matter to you. That's the muscle we're building, that connection to yourself. So the key mechanism here is focusing on accomplishments and achievements as the measure of value for yourself, right? And then let's see, key shift. Valuing themselves based on accomplishments to valuing themselves based on their own feelings, desires, and needs. So you're shifting from the accomplishments, the external, and going in internally. And then key skills and capacities to cultivate the ability to share with others their feelings and needs with expectation that they matter. I mentioned that, but I got to mention it again because that's how you shift this I don't matter false identity. All right. I just want to make sure I shared with you all I wanted. I think I have. So remember, to transform this, share your needs. And if you need help figuring out what your needs and values are, needs and feelings are. Let me know. Um, Connect with yourself, set boundaries, and celebrate yourself. So write that down and start practicing that if you feel like you don't matter, if you have this sense that you don't matter. All right. And that is the number one reason why you feel overlooked and underappreciated if you have this I don't matter false identity. So let's see what's going on. I have hypnotherapy available. And if you want to quit smoking or lose some weight, or you notice you have anxiety or you're stressed out, maybe you're having conflicts with someone and it gets you really upset. There are so many ways that hypnotherapy can help you. It can help you if you procrastinate. It can help get to the root of why you procrastinate and turn that belief around. There's so many powerful tools from hypnotherapy, and that's one of the reasons that I offer hypnotherapy. It's because it accelerates your results. I had a lady who was crying all the time, crying, sobbing all the time. And we did a few coachings, and then we got to her hypnotherapy. And by the end of that hypnotherapy, she was done crying. And she said, I feel so relieved. So if you know someone who's going through some emotional stuff, hypnotherapy can be really helpful. So I'm offering hypnotherapy this month in July at $111. It's usually $222. I do a 6 month, no, it's not 6 month. It's a 90-day package where you buy 5 and you get, you just need to do it within the 90 days. That package has a guarantee with it. If you haven't reached or feel that you are well on your way to reaching the goal, I'll work with you 2 more times with the hypnotherapy to get you on track. But I really want to get this tool out there to the people who need it. So if you know someone who's struggling, send them my way. And let's have a conversation that matters. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm moving the 3 days to a more confident you. I'm going to move it up to the 29th. I would like to have more attendance than I've got going on so far. So, yeah, we're moving it to the 29th. Let's see what else. Hey, Melissa. So today was about, and I'm just about finishing, I'm not talking as long as I did last night, was a really long one. This one is about, I don't matter. Taking a look at how I don't matter is, focusing on accomplishments and achievements as the measure of value for themselves. So that's the I don't matter false identity. Let's see, that's in, like, there's an image, sad girl with a doll who is playing by herself because her parents are too busy. I don't matter. So we get this idea that we don't matter, and then we start living life from that vibration, right? And when we don't matter, we're overgiving and over taking care of others, and we don't share our needs and desires with anybody because we feel like we don't matter. So this is the false identity that we are busting through. And the key shift is valuing yourself based on accomplishments it's going from that to valuing yourself based on your own feelings, desires, and needs. Okay? So there's the shift. It's internal. Instead of external looking out for validation, it's internal. So, and then what can we do? Um, there were 3 things that we could do. Connect with yourself. Oh, it was 4. Share your needs. So getting clear about your needs, being able to verbalize your needs. When I started with Feminine Power, I couldn't utter my needs. And when Randy passed away, and I used that exercise, what are you feeling? I'm feeling afraid. I can see you're feeling afraid. What are you feeling? So it's a an exercise to bring up those feelings so you can express them. So sharing your needs, and then connect with yourself, regularly check in, just like we talked about last night, and affirm your own feelings and desires. And that builds that foundation of self-worth. Set boundaries. Set boundaries. Learn to set appropriate limits and boundaries. If you want some help, let me know. And this involves saying no to the things that don't align with you and your happiness. You need to practice saying no. You just say it very sweetly and softly. No, that doesn't work for me. Or let me get back to you on that. And then go practice in the mirror saying no, and then come back to him and tell him no. Try it sometime especially with the person who's draining you all the time, and because you're always saying yes and giving in. That's the person you want to work on first, right? Just get that stress factor out of the way. Um, and then celebrate yourself. High five, fall in love with the micro improvements, right? You do something, give yourself a pat on the back, literally, right? That high five thing, Mel Robbins does the high five habit. And if you go in the mirror or let me back up, if you high five somebody, you get excited. The energy gets up. So if you go high five the mirror, you can get the energy up. And when I was reading that book, The High Five Habit, she talked about a study that was done on college teams. And the ones that they studied people that are the teams that had accolades where they would high five each other and really support each other, during the game, and the teams that didn't. And the teams that didn't never went to the finals. The ones that did have the accolades did. They didn't go to the finals. So there was that energy that was missing. So just imagine a little high five to yourself in the mirror, how you can raise your vibration, right? So if we're talking about I don't matter, we can turn that around to I have value, I have worth, right? Okay. All right. I think we're good. Hey, I've got a special on hypnotherapy, like I said, till the end of the month. So let's jump on there. If you had one before, great. It's been a while. Then let's do one and see if we can tune up some things, relieve some stress, some anxiety, whatever it is. It's a powerful tool. Let's see. I think that's it. I think that's it. So watch for 3 days to more confidence on the 29th, 30th, and 31st. And you don't have to be there. If you're at working or whatever, you can watch the replays. But I'm using a lot of my feminine power tools in this, and it'll be transformational. The exercises will be transformational. Okay. Thanks for sticking with me. Hey, Melissa, thank you. Bye now. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, what's tomorrow? I'm not wanted. Now, how can I take I'm not enough, I don't matter, and I'm not wanted? They are different. And we'll explore that tomorrow. So I'm not wanted. I'm not sure what time I'll do it, but I'll post it. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.